Thou art the go-between of rustic lovers. Thy white bark has their secrets in its keeping. Reuben writes here the happy name of patience, and thy lithe boughs hang murmuring and weeping above her as she steals the mystery from thy keeping. Hello lovelies, Happy New Year to you all. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know by now that I like to spend a lot of my time amongst the trees. So I thought I'd start the new year off with a new project where I talk about individual species of trees, the folklore and traditions around them, medicinal uses and practical uses, and even magical uses. I hope to post up a tree video each month. So for January, I've started with one of my favourites, the birch tree, the lady of the woods, or the white lady of the forest. Probably one of the most useful trees we have in the Northern Hemisphere, with every part of it serving a good purpose, from the leaves to the twigs, the bark and the wood, to the sap. It's known as a pioneer species for its ability to break new ground or grow after wildfires. And I believe there are at least half a dozen different varieties. The fossil records record that the birch family has been on Earth for at least 49 million years. So it's not surprising that the people of the Northern Hemisphere have developed quite a fondness for this particularly useful tree, and a particularly beautiful tree with its silver and white bark. And this is my very own silver birch tree that I planted when I first put the wagon here many years back. It was just a little twig then. Any bushcrafters among you will know of the excellent fire lighting abilities of the birch bark and its twigs to get your campfire roaring. And the versatile bark has been used for all kinds of practical purposes. From the sleek birch bark canoe invented by the Algonquin people of Canada and North America hundreds of years ago, a design which has never needed to be changed and can still be seen in the shape of modern day canoes, to birch baskets and pots, even cooking pots which can hold water over the fire. I think this basket is probably from Canada or North America. It's very strong and sturdy. And this pot is probably Scandinavian, I think, with a wooden lid, storage pot, and another little pot that I had to do some repairs on. And the wood can be used for fine carving, like this little pot, which is also from Scandinavia. The wood's been used for making wooden toys and tools and things for the weaving trade, bobbins and spools and reels. And the fine twigs have been used to make the besom broom, the witch's transport, and sometimes for thatching on old cottages. The birch bark can also be used for tanning leather, and birch tar was used as a sealant and adhesive. Birch has also been used for edible and medicinal purposes, using the sap, the leaves, twigs or the bark. The sap is said to be rich in vitamins and minerals and sugars. It can be good for vitamin C and B vitamins, often used to make birch sap syrups and wines. It's supposed to be good for the kidneys or as a general tonic. You can make tea from the leaves or even from the twigs. It's said to have anti-inflammatory and antiseptic properties. The bark is supposed to be good for treating wounds and various skin conditions. And there's a great deal of symbolism attached to the birch tree, many folklore tales and traditions associated with it. It's a symbol of love and protection, of new life, rejuvenation and renewal, of fertility and festivity. In many folklore tales, the birch trees are inhabited by a spirit, a lady of the woods who watches over as guardian protector. And sometimes she is that of a maiden who is transformed into a tree by the fairy folk. The fly agaric mushroom delights to grow by birch trees and is often therefore associated with witches who are said to use the fly agaric to achieve their flying dreams. They would fly on their besom brooms over the treetops and houses, causing mischief, no doubt. Twigs and branches are often used in decorations to serve as protection for the home, and cradles made from the wood to protect newborn babies. And birch is traditionally used to make the well-known fertility symbol, the maypole, which the children dance around at Beltane or May Day celebrations. So the next time you're wandering in the woodland, pay a little reverence to the Lady of the Wood, the spirit of the birch tree, and maybe she will grant you good fortune